Welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming. I am Berto, and today we're going to do an unopening box. Whatever. We're going to be doing the Phantom 2 expansion pack for the Rebels X-Wing miniatures game. I'm on the fence about this ship. I was actually at the store today and was actually seeing some people play with these, a whole bunch of the ships, and I actually got some time with the Resistance bombers. But this is Wave 12. We'll do Wave 13 after this. But Phantom 2, this is just going to be for the Phantom 2, but I wanted to do an unboxing. I already cut the opening on the outside here. And I'm going to open this bad boy up, and we'll get right to the ship here. So I'm opening this up. Comes with the standard peg, all that fun stuff. And, of course, this thing is in there like... Okay, I got it. Oh, see, I'm on the fence with this ship. I think it's a good ship, and you'll see some play with it. But I think it's ugly looking. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? Is this ugly looking? I mean, I like the paint job, and I like that you see Chopper on it, which is pretty cool. I like that. It's definitely part of the Star Wars Rebel series there. It looks good. I mean, it looks okay. Mine actually is a little tilted forward. You see that? That's actually a little tilted forward. It's almost like shh. All right, so that's the ship, the Phantom 2 itself. And now we're going to open up the goodie bag here, what everybody really wants to see. I think pretty much a lot of the stuff was spoiled already. There's some probably cool stuff that's in here. Let's take a look. All right, right off the bat, you see the plates, front side, back side, target lock, stress, shield, what have you. You got Fenn Rau and Ezra on that side, and you got AP5 and Zeb on this side, or vice versa, I should say. I'm looking at the other ones. And then you got the dial. Oh, I like that dial. Check that out. Bunch of greens. I like that. So only twos, but no hard turn green maneuvers. But it definitely, it's got a 3K turn, which is nice. But that's the only kind of mechanism for this. But I still like it. I like the dial. It's pretty okay. It's decent. Number 75 on the tokens. Definitely comes in if you want to upgrade your dial. You have that little, the symbol for the attack shuttle here. All right, let's get right into the cards. You get the firing arc, auxiliary firing arc. Okay, because this thing can actually, auxiliary firing arc, you can see the dotted lines on that. Oh, it's a whole bunch of shenanigans with that. And basically, this card explains the rules. Auxiliary firing arcs. Each ship in this pack has an auxiliary firing arc identified by the dotted lines printed on the ship. These ships also a unique primary weapon icon printed on their ship cards. When attacking with the primary weapon, a ship with this icon may attack an enemy ship that is range 1 through 3 inside its standard and auxiliary firing arc. So that's just what it basically means. When attacking with a secondary weapon, the ship must still target an enemy ship inside its standard firing arc unless otherwise specified in the upgrade card. I like that. But the auxiliary firing arc, if I can hold on, there we go. Shoots out the back. I like that for Rebels. It's good. Shoot out the back. More ships that can shoot out the back is nice. It's got the new coordinate icon and docking. All right, so docking because it can dock with the Ghost. All right, so if you guys have the Ghost, basically can dock with the Ghost in the back there. This was the original attack shuttle, which now you have an option of a second shuttle that can do a little bit more shenanigans, which is nice. But the coordinate icon, ships with the coordinate icon, action may perform the coordinate action. To do so, choose another friendly ship at range 1 to 2. That chosen ship may immediately perform one free action. A lot of that comes from the Epic play. We started seeing it. I think it was the Upsilon-class shuttle that also had that, the coordinate. So that's definitely starting to add a lot more functions from Epic play into the actual regular small and large base standard play. You also have titles and upgrade cards, pretty much telling you about what the title cards can do, and limited upgrades. Basically, title, you're only allowed to have one per ship, and some of the upgrades that are labeled limited, our ship cannot be equipped with multiple copies of that. So there's a little more rules. You'll see a lot of the ships always come with these cards. I save them. I just have a stack of them somewhere, but you don't need them for play unless you need to know what they do. Sometimes actually a lot of with the bomb tokens and the bomb cards don't actually have what actually occurs when the bomb detonates. It tells you when to do it, which I never understood why they did that. Why can't you put all the text on one card or something to that effect? But they didn't. So the bomb ones usually you can save if you don't know what they are and you want to remember. But these are what those cards are for. All right, you also get in here. We'll start with the lowest. You got AP5. All right. and I'm going to butcher this name because I must have heard it 10,000 times, and Blake must have said it 14,000. Sheathipede-class Shuttle, all right, which was originally the attack shuttle. It's in Star Wars Rebels. This AP5 is a PS1, 2 dice. You know, it's a lot different than the original attack shuttle, which had 3 dice. But this one's got a front arc and a back arc. But AP5 is a unique card. It says when you perform the coordinate action after you choose a friendly ship and before it performs a free action, you may receive 2 stress tokens to remove 1 stress token from it. I like that, helping out with some of the mechanics there with stress and removing stress from friendly ships. But you get loaded up with a couple extra stress there. Stat line, 2 attack, 2 agility, 4 hull, 1 shield. It's got the focus, target lock, and coordinate action. And on the action bar, it's got 1 crew slot, which is awesome, and an Astromech. That is awesome. Because if you do look at the ship here, you actually see a little Chopper. That little orange dome right there is actually Chopper from the Star Wars Rebel series, which is pretty nice. And you also have Zeb Orrelios. And also PS3. His ability is actually when defending, you may cancel crit results before hit results. Same stat line coming in at 16 points. And actually, I didn't say AP5, but AP5 was 15 points. This is a nice filler ships. These are actually nice filler ships, bare naked without anything. But for, you know, with a crew slot and an Astromech, you can load it up pretty nice with different combinations there. But for 16 points, if you need a filler, these ships are great. That's what I liked about the old attack shuttle, if you do need a fill. But they were a little bit more pricey. These are actually like the prices of these. But you're sacrificing attack damage for, you know, 1 less. But, you know, hey, if you need a filler and you need some, you know, different abilities, I think that's pretty cool. I like that. All right. You also got Ezra Bridger, which is also one of the cards that's actually being talked about a lot. A lot of people are liking Ezra. He's a PS5, but he says when defending, if you are stressed, you may change up to 2 of your focus results to evade results. Coming in at 17 points, he does have an EPT slot, also with the crew and Astromech. But what I've started seeing a lot of people talking about in builds-wise is also putting the R3A2 stress spot, right, with the Astromech card on this and using it as a stress mechanism to shut down other ships. And when defending, if you are stressed, you may change up to 2 focus results to evade results. You're basically trying to help keep yourself alive, which is pretty nice. I definitely do like that. And with the coordinate action, a lot of mechanics there. Pretty cool. Definitely different. But with the elite talent slot, I like that a lot. And then finally, what everybody's talking about, and everybody's just can't comprehend and why he's on a Rebel card, but if you understand the Rebel series, you'll learn more about that. But Fenn Rau coming in at PS9 at 20 points. That's not bad. You have a 9-point. I'm sorry, PS9 at 20 points. You have an elite slot, crew slot, and Astromech. Like I said, he's not beefy, right, with attack value. He's only got 2, but he's got the front arc and the back arc, 2 agility, 4 hull, 1 shield, still the target lock, focus, and coordinate action. But his ability goes, when an enemy ship is inside your firing arc at range 1 to 3 becomes the active ship during the combat phase. If you are not stressed, you may receive 1 stress token. If you do, that ship cannot spend tokens to modify its dice when it's attacking this round. That is huge. Basically, you're shutting people down where they can't use their tokens. Can't spend any tokens to modify its dice. That's, you know, you're taking 1 stress token, and then with the dial, you don't have too many options, but you have some options. 1, 2, 3 forward greens and 2 banks as your dials. So you can relieve the stress a little bit. If you wanted to put R2 Astromech on here, you can put R2 Astromech to help give you some stress relieving mechanics for 1 point. I mean, that's not bad. That's what I put on my Baby Blues. Definitely does help out with the stress. But coming in at a PS9, that's awesome. I love that. But a lot of people are talking about different things with this card. It's now, do you see this? Like, I want to know what people think about this card with other builds, and with because I think my biggest thing is this is shutting down mechanics of your opponent's play. And the cool part about this is if you get this right, and you can shut down a lot of the mechanics where people are, you know, spending a lot of tokens to manipulate dice and what have you. Fenn Rau, this will definitely, upset a lot of people, or your opponents, I should say. All right, so let's talk about upgrades. So upgrades, you get basically a new Ghost card and a new Phantom 2 card, but this was basically the title card. So the title card of the Ghost allowed you to do the Phantom, or the attack shuttle. Well, this tells you that you can do the actual Phantom 2. And basically, after you execute a maneuver, you may deploy it from your rear guides. Same concept. You pick a dial, you put it down, you can deploy it from your rear guides if you do maneuver. And the Phantom 2 title cards, when you are docked, the Ghost can perform primary weapon attack from its special firing arc. While you are docked, at the end of the activation phase, the Ghost may perform a free coordinate action. 0 points, no great, but you need these 2 in order to have to make it happen. But honestly, it's a little bit different than what was the original attack shuttle, which allowed you to attack that round from a turret. This is basically saying when you're docked at the end of the activation phase, you may perform a free coordinate action. So basically helping out, giving some additional actions to your ships that are close by. So a little bit different, but I like it. You also have, this is a lot of people talking about this one card. I wish they had a couple more of these in this release instead of just one. But you get the Flight Assist Astromech coming in at 1 point. You cannot attack ships outside your firing arc after you execute a maneuver if you did not overlap a ship or obstacle, and there are no enemy ships inside your firing arc at range 1 to 3. You may perform a free boost or barrel roll action. A lot of people were like emailing me as soon as they saw this card. They wanted to put it on the blues, instead of the R2 Astromech. I played this tonight with Snap Wexley. I had a Snap Wexley build I was just having some fun with some of the new Resistance bombers, and I was playing with this. I like this, but the only caveat is all that boost and barrel roll actions you can only do when there's no enemy ships in range 1 to 3 after you execute maneuver. So I like it because maybe for defense purposes, if you want to position yourself and spread out a little bit, so you guys, so enemy ships can't wrap around you or go around you or arc dodge you. Yes, but the problem with this, I think, with this card is as soon as you get into range 1 to 3, after you do like a lot of skirmish fighting, right? And as soon as that first round of engagement, I mean, this card is almost useless because you're always going to be next to an enemy ship that's between 1 to 3. So that's the only thing. It does say your firing arc, so if you're wrapping around everybody, but most of the time with like T-70s or X-Wings or something like that, you're going to fire, you're going to do a Talon roll or a K-turn. So I'm on the edge with this one. I'm on the edge. I still want to maybe play with it a little bit more to have some more experience with it, but I like to close combat. I like to engage. I don't like to, to move away. So I'm always close to an enemy ship, and they're in my arc. I mean, that's the whole thing is I need to get them in my arc or somewhere in my arc. So as soon as that happens, and I'm usually within range 1 to 3 when that happens, this card I can't use anymore. So I can see it helping you out when you're first setting up and trying to position, and trying to get the barrel action. But once you get closer, I'm not sure. It also comes with a chopper card, new one, and basically says discard one other equipped upgrade card to recover 1 shield. I like that. Basically, you can. It's an action though, so it's like kind of like a last resort. I don't know if you would do that. I mean, see, I'm like on the fence with them. 1 point. But you know what? I do think this helps out other cards potentially with because the integrated Astromech, you can eject your Astromech, but I believe that was only for X-wings only. This, I guess, Astromech expands the horizons with other cards. With other ships. So I could probably see that being played, helping out some other ships for 1 point, a nice filler, and it's an Astromech. If you need to fill it with something, I can see this helping out, but I wouldn't probably put it on the T-70s because I would just always have an integrated Astromech unless you need the integrated Astromech for something else or some kind of other modification like vector thrusters or something to that effect. And as far as other cards, other factions, you can't. Astromechs are only for the rebels, so you can't put this on Scum. Can you put it on a Y-wing Scum? I think no. Wait, if you put the title, no, I could be saying that wrong. See, there's so many cards I always have to look it up. What you also have is the Courier Droid. Okay, Courier Droid, this is a limited, so you can only have one per ship here. This is a crew slot, not an Astromech or slot. At the start of the Place Forces step, you may choose to treat your pilot's skill value as a 0 or as an 8 until the end of the step. So this basically helping you at the Place Forces step. You may choose to treat your pilot's skill value as 0 or 8 until the end of the step. It's a crew slot. It's 0 points. I like that. Basically allowing you to, manipulate the playing field, even though if you're low PS ships or not, or depending on whatever you are. I wouldn't want to see this on high PS ships because you're placing last. But with coming up to a 0 or 8, there might be some benefits either way. But this just for a 0 point upgrade, I like that. And it's a crew slot, which is nice. Kind of opens up the ball game. And it's not faction based. So you can put it on Rebel, you can put it on Imperial, and you can put it on Scum. It's up to you what you want to do with it. But it is limited. You can only do one. The last but not least is a crew slot, Maul. All right, Maul. It says here, which is Scum only. Ignore this restriction if your squad contains Ezra Bridger. Okay, so if you have Ezra in your list, then you could put this on Rebels. You can't put it on Imperials. Yeah, there's no Ezra Imperials yet. When attacking, if you are not stressed, you may receive any number of stress tokens to reroll that many attack dice. After performing an attack that hits, you may remove one of your stress tokens. 3 points, crew slot. I like that. So mostly for Scum. But if you do have Ezra as a Rebels, you can put this on. I'm thinking, look. I love the artwork. I don't know if you guys seen the artwork here. He looks badass in there. And definitely follows in the Rebels theme here. But that is actually all of the Phantom 2 expansion. Again, here's another close-up shot of the ship there. We'll do the slow-mo. I love the paint job on the side there. On the bottom. But that was the Phantom 2. We just unboxed it. We're going to do more unboxings. I still got the M12L fighter for Scum. I also have the Alpha-class Starwing. I also have the TIE Silencer, and I also have the Resistance Bomber. But we're going to do them as each separate individual videos, just in case you guys don't want to watch me for all of them and you just care about one particular faction. But all right, so I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys like this video, definitely give it a like. Tell me what you guys are building with this. What do you guys think about the list? Put it in the comments below. Also, check out our Facebook groups. All the links below to all our Facebook groups. But we have a big, huge community in our X-Wing Facebook group. A lot of people talking about all the new ships and what have you. Also trying to put lists together. We also have our Listinator challenge that Jim puts up every month. And then the winner of that always receives a 20-piece token set from Slingpan Gaming. You get to pick whatever token set you want. And basically... you get to, it's a free listing. I mean, it's great. Can't beat it. Also, if you want to help support us, check us out on Team SPG or our token store. We have a whole bunch of wide selection of X-Wing tokens, all the new stuff, all the new actions and reminders. We have different combinations, different color schemes, all different theme-based, what have you. Check it all out on our token store. And if you guys have any questions or anything, definitely leave in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys remember, always sling more paint than your opponent does because you're probably going to win. Thanks, guys.